What is up, guys? Nick here from Creative Images. Today we're going to be doing a video based off of iPhone editing. We live in a day where everyone picks up their iPhone, their Android, whatever you're shooting, Google Pixel, whatever the Google thing is, and you just pick it up and you shoot. And the technology nowadays is so advanced that you can reproduce pictures on your iPhone that you can on your DSLR. We all know there's the depth effect, you can do panoramas, you can do pretty much anything in an iPhone with an app. I mean, it's ridiculous. Even there's Lightroom and Photoshop applications built within the phone itself that you could download online. So what I want to do is I want to go over the 3 best photo editing software applications to download. I'm going to do this in a way that it goes from beginner and it works its way up. So obviously the first one is going to be the easiest that any user can use. You know, it's just a bunch of sliders, really easy. And the higher up we're going to go, there's going to be more things in depth, like HSL sliders, curves, toning, things that a little more on the educated side of photographers, editors will go. So let's start this video and let's get into the iPhone. Now we're gonna head over to my photography folder. I do have a lot of apps regarding photography, videography, stuff like I have start planners and stuff in here, which is really cool, and I'll do those in another video. But we're gonna start off with the first app, the beginner app. But I put all my photos through this application because it's so easy, it's so crisp, it's so clean. Anybody can use it, and I know it's available. I know it's available for both Android and iPhone, so there's no excuse not to get this app. So we're gonna go into Snapseed. I'm pretty sure you guys must have heard this before, and I took a picture in traffic earlier today to use for this video. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna open it up and you're gonna see here is your picture, and all you see on the top is open, save, redo, and then you have a little pen at the bottom. All you gotta do here is it gives you all your options. So you can do filters, you could just do a quick tune here, you know, change the brightness, and all you gotta do to get the other ones is click down on the screen once, and you click and you drag up or down. So drag up and down, and these are all your screens here. You can change the highlights, you can change your saturation, give it more blues, shadows, stuff like that. And overall it's a really awesome app, and I do all my basic editing through this. I usually do, I come here and I do tune image, I add a little sharpness to my photos over here, and then all I do, like for my Instagram pictures, is everyone's like, it's so crisp and clean. And the reason for that is because it's one of the basic editing tools. I tune my picture, so I fix all like the main things like hue, saturation, stuff like that. And then I come down here to vintage, and it's pretty much like it gives you your it's like a cross processing. So it'll do your 2 tones, so it could be like a tan and a blue, tan and a brown, purple and a tan, blue and a tan, and so on and so forth. And it just really enhances the photo really quick, and you could use your left and right sliding on the screen while you're holding down changes the brightness. So it's really cool, and you could change how much of the style you want. Okay, so that is Snapseed. I love this application. It was the first one I learned on, and moving to a different application, it was really hard to get used to the new application because of how simple and clean this application is. It's just straight to the point. You know, if you want to change your highlights, you just change your highlights. You want to change your shadows, you change your shadows. It's really nice and really clean. Moving on to our second app. This is a basic app. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard of this application. I use this as my second form of editing, VSCO. It's one of the biggest filter applications on the market right now, and I'm just going to use a picture that I have on here already. And when you open up, this is how your screen's going to look, except empty. So to add pictures, you hit the plus in the right hand corner. I'm going to use one I already have, and all you got to do is you select your picture, and then you see at the bottom of the screen, you see these sliders, and that gives your editing. And it's literally straight to the point as well. You just come and you could click different filters on the bottom here. The bad thing about this is that I have filters here that I purchased, so you don't have as many as I do right now unless you purchase them, which it's definitely worth it. As you guys seen in my previous video, I go over how to get them for Lightroom, but I like having them here on my phone in case I do a quick snap. I'm on vacation, I'm with my puppy, I'm with my girlfriend, you know, I'm with the family, and I'm in a really nice place. I want to take a picture quick and easy right here and edit it on my phone. So as you guys can see here, I'm going through the filters really fast, and it's really cool, and that's it. And you just hit publish, and that's it. It's really quick. So I do my first step of editing in Snapseed, I move over to VSCO, and then I go and do the final bit of editing on this last app. This is by far the most advanced app that you can get for your iPhone, and I believe Android, don't hold me to that, but I know for sure it's for iPhone because I have an iPhone. And what it is it's called Polarr, P-O-L-A-R-R. I'm gonna have it pop up right here. And this is probably better than Photoshop. For like, if we were comparing applications to applications, for a mobile device, it is so advanced and jam-packed with things. It's like, it's insane on how much goes into this application. So let's open it up right now. It's gonna load really fast, and it's literally the equivalent of Photoshop. So we'll click this picture again, and as you see, there is everything, and it's a little overwhelming and it takes time to get used to, but it's worth it. So like right here, the first one is filters. If you want to use filters at the bottom left hand corner, that is where your toolbar is, and everything up top is like redo, text, and stuff like that. So moving to the one next to this right here, it's right here. This is where you go through all of your adjustments. So you could do color, which I like to do, and you can change your temperature just by sliding on the screen. Tint, I'm not really editing this picture, I just want to show you guys what everything does. Saturation, if you want to dull it out a little, but I like that. Then you could come over to light, you could do a dehaze. I kind of like the haze though. Exposure, stuff like that, highlights, and there's everything here. Moving on to detail, vignette, just that's the basic part of the editing. Now is where this application goes off the charts. So moving down more, you have HSL. We're gonna start with that, and you guys see this in like the sand color effects and how they get really blue, crispy skies, how the greens are a little tan and brown. It's all in the HSL tab, so I can literally click green right here, and I can adjust my greens in my image. And I can do my saturation, and you see in the Belt Parkway sign, the green changing really fast. Yeah. Okay, so now moving on, you could do effects, stuff like that. Toning, which I do like myself. So this is pretty much, this last portion of the editing application is pretty much your whole right side of Lightroom, is the way I like to compare it, where you could do your each individual color toning. You could take the hue and saturation of an individual color. So here in my shadows, I could change the color. I can make the shadows green, yellow, orange, blue, and you could do your Sam Colder effect pretty much just like this, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do it. Is you're gonna take your blues and your reds, and to see the original, all you gotta do is hold down on the image, and there's the original and there's the after. So it's kind of like a pretty cool way to do it. That's not what I wanted to do. And all you have to do to redo is at the top, you see this little arrow that goes like that. You click that, or you can see up top here on the slider, this is your steps on what you've done past to the image. So all you gotta do is click back one, and it brings you back to where you are. So that's not what I wanted to do. Now I could come here. You could do brush retouching, which I don't like doing on here because it's a little weird, and I don't think you should be doing editing like that on your iPhone. If you do, that's awesome for you, that's great, but I like doing my editing just by hand. And then you could do your cropping, and then to save an image on this is you go to the right corner, and you could either save as an original or you could save as a copy. So it gives you the option to do that, which I really like. And yeah, so go ahead and give these applications a try. I'm almost positive that all three of these applications are for Android and iOS, so go download them for free. They're in the App Store. Go try them out. If you don't like them, delete them. You know, it's no big deal, but give them a try. It'll better your photography, and it gives you a little more practice when it goes into Photoshop and Lightroom, because you'll know what each slider does. So if you want to adjust a highlight, you just go to the highlight slider and you adjust your left and right on brightness and darkness, stuff like that, and you learn and you get better. So thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.